Hey guys, how we doing today? It's Wally with the Merida review blog. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today what I wanted to talk about was in part a question that one of the readers had, and the question was, is it necessary to speak Spanish in Mexico? So what I want to do is answer this in two parts, yes and a no. That way you guys can know what to expect before you get here, right? Whether you're coming on vacation or you want to make Mexico your home, just like me and my wife did. This is a really very important question that you need to know. That way you're not surprised, obviously when you come here. If you guys are new here to this channel, hit the subscribe button right below along with the bell, and that way any future videos, guys, that I upload, you'll be sure to receive them. Also hit the like button to show your support on this YouTube channel. That way other videos that I upload, you'll be sure to receive them. So me personally, when it comes to like Spanish, just so you guys understand a little bit about me, I actually started getting serious about learning Spanish around 2001. Now, I've always been around Spanish. I grew up with, my daddy spoke 5 languages. Spanish was one of them. My grandmother spoke 8 languages. Spanish was one of them. So I've always been exposed in some way, shape, or form to Spanish and other languages. But I actually got serious about learning it, myself in 2001. And so what I recommend, guys, is that one, if you are in the central area of Merida, you're going to find that there are a lot of English-speaking people here. People from the States, people from Europe, people from a little bit of everywhere that speak English. They're here on vacation, or maybe in fact they live here. Another area that's really highly populated with English speakers is Progreso. It's about 30 minutes or so from Merida. It's the beach, and it's a really beautiful beach. You'll find a lot of English-speaking people that are there. And but typically, here, like in Merida, if you're in the central area of Merida itself, which is like, where you find like a lot of the shops, a lot of restaurants, a lot of tourists typically flock, to these areas, you will find that most people, and when I say most, I mean that a lot of businesses and staff do speak English. Maybe they're trying to sell you something, they're inviting you to come into their restaurant, and they speak English, or they speak it well enough to be able to communicate. So that is helpful, right? If you do not speak Spanish and you want to come to Merida for vacation, or again, you're thinking about making it your home, you will encounter people who do speak English. Now, if you're on the outskirts, or not the outskirts, I should say, just not in the central area itself, you'll find that most people do not speak English, and you need to speak Spanish. If you're on a bus, doing like public transportation, you're going to discover that the drivers, nobody speaks English, right? So obviously Spanish is helpful. And think about it, you're in a Spanish-speaking country, so it makes sense to learn some Spanish, even just to get around. If you're on vacation, maybe you might not worry too much about it, but the more the better, I think. And I think it's one of these things that if you're going to make Mexico your home, you need to learn Spanish, right? It's a given, right? We can't really expect that people will or must speak English just because we speak it. Right, we're in Mexico. Spanish is the official language of the country, so it just makes sense that either you're going to learn it or you are going to find some means to communicate, right? And so that's kind of how I feel about the topic itself. I love being here, and thankfully, me and my wife do speak Spanish, and we use it, every day, right, with our dealings with business and such. And so what I'm getting at, guys, is that what you can do, whether you're coming on vacation for a short or long period, or you want to make Mexico your home, I recommend that you brush up on your Spanish skills before you go. I will drop some suggestions right below that have proven helpful to me when I actually got started back in 2001, like actually learning to read and write Spanish. It was a program that I remember, it was called Living Language. And with Living Language, it was available initially in cassettes. So we're talking a long time ago, right? Then it became available later on CD. And it's available even like on Audible, if I'm not mistaken. And so that's just one of many programs that are out there, guys, that you can check out. I'll drop some suggestions right below. You can even go to your local library. Most libraries, if not all, will allow you to rent language programs, right? And so you can definitely look into that. That's a free method. YouTube is another great way to go about learning Spanish as much as you can before you come, to Mexico itself. Again, it's not a total requirement. If you're going to be like mostly in the central area or living in the central area, you will encounter people who speak English. But if you're not in the central area, then I highly recommend that you do learn Spanish. Great. So I hope that this video answers your question. If you guys were curious about this and you're watching this video, go ahead and leave your comments right below. Tell me what you think about it. I really appreciate your feedback, guys. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right below, and that way future videos that I upload, you'll be sure to receive them. If you guys have any other questions about Merida or Mexico in general, you can drop them right below, and I'll be sure to check them out and hopefully make a video to answer them. Take care, and thanks for watching. Have an amazing day.